guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. I didn't know how I was going to label this thumbnail. Some people are really great at making, really eye-catching thumbnails that make you want to, I got to click this video and find out what it's about. I don't know how to do that. I just kind of put it like, well, here's what I'm going to talk about. Guys need to start paying attention. This is a cringe-worthy video from a gentleman. He's kind of a simp, but also I think he's just a completely and utterly pissed off, fed up guy. Like he's had it in the dating market. And I think a lot of guys go through this. And I don't blame them for kind of giving up and saying, that's it, I'm out, I'm done with this. But, the thing you need to remember is these women are going to put you on blast. I put women on blast. I do the dating profiles of the day over on Locals. That's me putting profiles on blast. Well, this is a video where a woman plays a guy's voicemail and she roasts him on TikTok. And I guess this is where all men go to die, is over on TikTok, because I know that on Twitter, and that's where I actually found this is Twitter. It's on Twitter, it's on 9gag, it's on Facebook. It's, guys, if you don't understand that women think with their emotions and not logic, and you cannot use logic with a woman because she will be confused. It's like jingling keys, shiny objects. They're single-minded. You're not going to get them to understand you from a logical level. And this guy tries to do that. And what happens? This woman rolls her eyes and makes fun, and all the women that commented on this stuff are like, oh my gosh, who can blame you for not wanting to date these poor men? But I think the truth of it is this guy just was like, I'm a good person. Why does this keep happening to me? This isn't fair. I'm getting emotionally upset. And that totally comes through. So I'm going to play the video and then we'll talk about it.
It's Dimitri calling again, the guy from the street. I left you a message several days ago. I don't like leaving second messages, but I like you. You're a very elegant woman. You're very attractive, but I don't play that game. So here's how it's going to work. If I do not receive a phone call back from you by 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon, I'm no longer interested.
Okay, let me pause it right here. What do you hear? You hear a guy being logical. You hear a guy saying, hey, I don't like you blowing me off. Quit treating me like crap. He's letting her know how he feels. And what is the result of this? Nothing. It'll never get you anywhere with a woman ever. Because if she's into you and she likes you, she will be pursuing you. You won't have to ask her for a callback. You won't have to let her know you're a good man or you're a quality man or whatever. But again, you can see her eye rolling and making fun of him, and this is what's going to happen when guys do not understand how women operate.
I'm very intelligent. I'm great in bed. I make great money. Believe it or not, I'm a complete catch. Matter of fact, I'm one of the few men in the city that has nothing wrong with him. Now, I understand if you've got other issues.
Let me pause you here. He says, I'm one of the few men that has nothing wrong with him. Instantly, my first thing when I hear somebody say that is, so you're telling me there's something wrong with you. Like that is not something, you don't go around to people going, hey, you know what? Despite what you might think, I am not crazy. If you tell that to somebody, their first thought is going to be, why are you telling me this? And I assume that means other people have told you you're crazy. So now I think you're crazy. But again, she's just going to roll her eyes and make fun of this dude.
I don't know, maybe you were abused in childhood. Maybe you're just a person who's extremely frightened or has an anxiety disorder. Maybe you're on some medication for that. I don't know. There could be another issue. If you're psychologically normal and you haven't called me because there's been some horrible thing that's happened in your life which prevented you, that's fine. Otherwise...
I feel this is what happens. This is what happens when guys are nice guys. When guys grow up believing that they're a good person, that they're a good guy. But the problem is that, number one, that never works with women anymore. I don't know why you would try to do that. And number two, you have to prove to her that you're a hot commodity, that you're wanted by other women. And basically what he just admitted to her is, look, I have an attitude, a poor attitude about myself, about dating, about you, about everything. And do you think she'd ever call him back? He sounds entitled. He sounds angry. He sounds frustrated. But most of all, he sounds try-hard, and he sounds like a loser. And I genuinely do feel bad for this guy. There's two ways that things are going for men right now. Number one, that you have to be desirable and popular and have money and have status and be willing to give that to women, to be able to exude that so women want that. Or you have to, when you present yourself to a woman, you have to present it like you don't care, like you're just doing your thing. Or the third option, which I think still is the best one, is become an incredible man, become an amazing man, become the best man you can become, and then wait. And if you're really that great a guy, women will show up for you. I did a story, I don't know if I did it here or over on Locals on a video, where the guy that ended 4 college students in, I think it was Ohio, the guy that went out and went on a rampage and took out 4 of them, he's getting love letters in jail. He's getting a woman that says she thinks he's the soulmate, and she's not gutter trash, nor is she a model. I'd say for a guy that's probably looking at, life behind bars, I think he'd probably be like, I'll take some conjugal visits from that. Like, it's better than, Paul down in cell 7. So, but why? Why would a woman go for a crazy guy like that? Somebody that's actually dangerous, because he's dangerous, because he's got name recognition, because he's exciting. Guys cannot logic women into emotion, and this guy tries to. I want to pull this back one more time. We're just going to play through it one more time. But I want to kind of play it out where he gets everything wrong exactly. Number one, he shouldn't have called her. Period. End of statement. If the date went well, she will contact him, or she will be like, hey, remember the other day? Like, she will find a reason to reach out. Hey, did I leave my hat in your car? Did I leave my scarf in your car? Anything. It doesn't matter. She'll initiate contact. If you never hear from her again, don't bother. Don't bother reaching out. Or you can reach out in a text and say, hey, going down such and such, you got plans for this weekend? And if she doesn't reply, it's over. If she says, no, I'm busy, and doesn't come up with a replacement time or an alternative option, it's over. Stop being try hard. So where he get it wrong first? Calling. All right, we're going to break this down a little bit more.
It's Dimitri calling again, the guy from the...
Okay, first thing he says is Dimitri calling again. That means he called previous to this voicemail. That's error number 2. If you leave a message and you don't get anything back, or you text and you don't get anything back, it's over. It's done. Move on.
Again, the guy from the street. I left you a message several days ago. I don't like leaving second messages, but I like you. You're a very elegant woman. You're very...
Problem right there. He's complimenting her, putting her up on a pedestal for no reason. Hey, if you really wanted to leave this message, here's what it should be. Hey, this is Dimitri, the guy we met on the street the other day. Hit me up if you'd like to do something. It was really cool meeting you. Anyway, take care. That's it. Done. But he's trying to sell himself now.
Attractive, but I don't play that game. So here's how it's going to work.
He's trying to be alpha and a tough guy and a strong male. Here's how it's going to work. He doesn't have the credibility. He doesn't have the juice with her to pull this off. Now, if it's a woman that's really into you, like she's all fired up for you, or maybe it's a girlfriend that is fine with understanding that it's your way or the highway, then you can say this. You just can't say this to some woman you met on the street, haven't gone out with, and are trying to get to contact you, because you can see her rolling her eyes like she's like, idiot.
If I do not receive a phone call back from you by 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon, I'm no longer interested.
Ultimatum. Big mistake. Again, now there's times where if you've gone on a couple of dates and then all of a sudden she ghosts you, be like, hey, if I don't hear from you the next day or so, I'll assume things are like you're not interested, and no worries, whatever. And then if you don't hear from her, move on. Again, he's already made this phone call a couple of days ago and didn't get a reply. He was dead in the water then.
I'm very intelligent.
And here's where he sells himself.
Great in bed. I make great money. Believe it or not, I'm a complete catch.
You're done. He is virtue signaling to her. He's the one that is now saying he's selling himself to her. And she's not a purchaser. She's not a buyer. She's not interested. Yet never, ever, ever, ever does this work. Never, never.
Matter of fact, I'm one of the few men in the city that has nothing wrong with him.
Okay. And then the last part, he just goes on insulting her and saying you must have daddy issues or medication issues. There must be something wrong with you if you don't want me. Completely backwards. Completely backwards. I hate seeing guys do this because I'm embarrassed for this guy. Like, it is not that hard to look up a little bit on, how to trigger interest in a woman, how to not act like an idiot. But this guy, he hits the nail on the head perfectly. So, guys, if you're over here on YouTube, make sure to join me over on Locals. I'm going to be doing a little bit of news story, but it's about 2 female officers that decided to flip a coin to decide if they were going to arrest somebody. That's right. You heard that right. That's going to be over on Locals. So make sure you join me over there today.